got Wisconsin versus Washington State,
Shit.
the preview. And I'll start us off here, Chris, talking about the Wisconsin Badgers. Look, they're going to travel to a very tough venue to play Washington State.
Let's go.
Say what you will. I know, hey,
Martin Stadium, baby. Let's go.
I know the old swashbuckler himself, isn't kind of Mike Leach isn't roaming those sidelines around anymore, but still
left his imprint though.
He did. I mean, he definitely did. I mean, listen, I said this coming into the year. This is it. This is the prove it game to me right here, where I get proven wrong by Wisconsin. I just know it is because it's coming. Wisconsin's passing was a little suspect against Buffalo, Chris. I mean, Tanner Mordecai finished the game going 24-31, 189 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. He had a 36.0 QBR against Buffalo. The rushing attack looked good. I'm not going to sit here and play with you on that. The rushing attack looked really good, right? They had over 340 yards rushing.
And it should have, let's be honest.
Yeah, they absolutely should have. I mean, and they're gonna try to continue to lean on that. I think that's going to be their identity as they try to get Mordecai kind of settled into this offense. Defense also for Wisconsin looked a little different, as well. They let Buffalo drive on them and score. So, I mean, and not like score as the game was ending. Like, the halftime score was really shocking to me, right? It was a one-possession game, and they were letting Buffalo kind of drive the ball down on there. Now, they tightened up at the end, but that's not the kind of defense that Wisconsin fans are used to. That's not that Big Ten, like one of the best defenses in the Big Ten and in the country, Wisconsin defense that you normally see. So it's interesting to me, right? I think it could potentially be a trap game waiting to happen for Luke Fickell and the Badgers. Potentially. But, Chris, I'll kick it back to you. What do you know about Washington State?
I know a little bit. I know, Cameron Ward's not a bad quarterback back there. I mean, like you talked about Mike Leach. He kind of left his remnants there. You know what I mean? He's got – they want to sling the ball, throw it every goddamn play they can as quick as they can. He was 37 of 49, Christian, 451 yards, 3 touchdowns against a piss-poor Colorado State team. I don't even need to bring that up again. We know how bad Colorado State is. But he looked good. They did what they were supposed to do, right? In a win, 50-24. Here, though, I have a little bit of a question. They gave up 24 to Colorado State. They gave up 21 in the fourth quarter of that game. Now, I didn't see the game. I don't know. It's 3 touchdowns in 1 quarter. It's hard to do regardless, whatever side of the ball you're on, whether you score 3 or give up 3. Kind of tough to gauge Washington State's defense right now. Here's the thing with me coming into this Wisconsin game. And you're right. Mordecai looked like shit. I would say he looked like crap, personally. I really would. But they did get done what they needed to get done against a Buffalo team. Can they score against Wisconsin, who's always, in my lifetime, has had a great elite defense? I don't know. I know I've been on Wisconsin this year. I have them going 10-2. I know I'm big on them. I know me and you have had some debates about Wisconsin this offseason, some heated debates. But I think that this game, they're going to have to travel. I'm going to throw that in there, and I'm going to lean a little bit more on the Washington State side here and help my team out a little bit in Washington State that I had to cover tonight. Christian, I want to know your prediction right now. I want to see where you got this score because I know you're going to harp on Wisconsin here. Are you picking Washington State to beat Wisconsin?
Me?
Yeah, you, the crazy fucker that took Duke over Clemson.
Little old me. Give me Washington State.
Woo!
28. Wisconsin 24.
Wow. Look at that. That is what you call going out on a limb right there.
Only because I think that Ward and the Washington State offense, I think they're going to be better. I think they're better than Buffalo. I mean, I think they're a better team than Buffalo. Okay. And what are your thoughts, Chris?
No, I love the fact that this is what's great about the show. We take a take, we stand with it. You don't see a lot of channels do this. Trust me. You got to take some bold takes. The 10 or 9 or 10 teams we're covering tonight, there's going to be a couple upsets. It happens. I'm going to take Wisconsin strictly because, one, I'm high on Wisconsin. I'm going to throw the Buffalo game out the window and hope to God I'm right. Give me Wisconsin, though, in a close one. 31-21, but it's ugly. I think this is a close game through 3 quarters. I think Wisconsin can run the football against Washington State. That's the only reason why. It's not because Tanner Mordecai goes off and, throws for 300 yards and 75, percent completion percentage and a couple TDs. I don't think that happens. I actually think that Wisconsin and Luke Fickell, who I think is obviously the better coach, I think they barely get it done, Christian, but it's not pretty. It's a little scary out there in Martin Stadium this weekend.